Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday afternoon video. Right here on the official Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this very channel and my other channels as well. All the links are down below in the gobbledygook, otherwise known as hell, otherwise known as my pants. So, subscribe to them now, leave a comment on the video, or any one of my past videos, and future videos coming. But don't leave stupid comments. You're gonna get blocked. If you don't like that, then go cry to your mama, little baby bitch. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you're SOL. And you know what that means. If you don't know what it means, please, for the love of God, look it up. And that's it. So, once again, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Follow me on social media. Hit that bell for more. And that's all you gotta do. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoyed the ride. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. Stick that thumb straight up the wahoo, because that's where it belongs. For other people that don't like it, that's where, stick that thumb up the wahoo and tell them, hey, Peter's a great guy, does great videos and all that other shit. But if you don't like it, well, go to your dead channel and do nothing. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But you'll watch because you got nothing better to do with your so-called life. But it is what it is. I got a better life than you, and it's proven fact. I don't need to prove anything to you. I don't need to debate you. I don't need to do anything. If you don't like me, too fucking bad. Too fucking bad if you don't like me. Because I don't like you either. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, the start of a new week, the final couple of days before we start November, on Friday. So, should be, it's the final couple of days of October, like I said. We're going to start a new month on Friday, the beautiful month of November. We're going to turn the clocks back on Sunday at, late Saturday night, 2 o'clock. It's going to be 2 a.m. becomes back to 1 a.m., so we gain an hour of sleep. So that's kind of good. Temperature's going to start, depending on where you live, they're going to start going way down. Snow has been already happening in Alaska and the mountains of Wyoming and Colorado. So, if you want to go skiing, go to those ski parks in the West Coast and soon here in the East Coast. But so far, it's 60 degrees today, but by Halloween, it'll be like almost 80 for all you trick-or-treaters out there. But so, have fun. Not that I give two fucks, but it is what it is. But November's coming. We're a couple weeks away. We're about, I think, 4 weeks away, about a month away from Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, where we eat a lot and watch football. And then we got Black Friday, the most horrible day of the year. Cyber Saturday, Cyber Sunday, Cyber Monday, with all the online deals going around. And that's pretty much it. I really don't care that much about Thanksgiving. I do care about going to see Creed the next night. Black Friday at MSG. That's going to be epic. And we'll see what happens with that. And don't forget Survivor Series coming your way November the 30th. So for Thanksgiving weekend, we got football. We got, if you're in New York, we got music. And also on that weekend, we got some wrestling. And more football on December the 1st. When we begin December 1st, we begin the countdown to level 48. And it's also the greatest month in the world with the greatest people in the world that celebrate birthdays, like myself. So level 48 is coming in a few more weeks, ladies and gentlemen, about 7-8 more weeks. So the countdown is on just around 60 days to Christmas, and a little bit more than that till the end of 2024, and hopefully when we get there, and we'll start a new year and a fresh start for a lot of us, and we'll see what happens with that. But in any case, hope everybody's gonna hope everybody had a great weekend, and hopefully you have a great week as we go into November, and we'll see what happens from there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Monday afternoon, October the 28th, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. And by the way, I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, music, sports, whatever I feel like talking about. So, if you like the content, you want more, then subscribe to, well, besides subscribing to this channel, subscribe to my other channels as well for even more content. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm going to do Collision and Rampage in a couple hours from now, because I do have to run out for a little bit. I have to go to the doctor in a little bit, but it's only for a little bit. It'll only be like 45 minutes. I'll be in it. I'll be gone. I'll be gone for about an hour, almost 2 hours, because I have to travel there and back. So it's a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. But that's that, and I'm done for the day. I already did my job, made some good money, did some good shit. Because I make more than you, and you know it. But I digress. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great Monday and a great week. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Monday Night Raw. Tonight, the Raw Go Home show before this Saturday afternoon's Crown Jewel 6. So, card is just about finalized. We'll get one or possibly two more matches this week. One big, huge 6-man tag team match going to be announced on Friday. Oops, spoiler. So we'll see what happens with that. But tonight, we got some interesting shit. Dominic Guerrero, they say, will be taking on a former World Heavyweight Champion. I wonder who that could be. Ray. Most likely. Well, no, it can't be Ray, because Ray's going to be in a fatal 4-way match tonight as the Raw Tag Team Title Tournament concludes. We got the New Day, Ray and Dragon Lee. We got War Machine. And there's another tag team in there, I forget. Not the Awesome Pain, because I lost, obviously. I forget who it was. I think it's a fatal 4-way to see who faces the Judgment Day. Well, I don't think that's going to be made for Crown Jewel. It'll probably be made for next week's Raw, November the 4th Raw. So we'll see what happens with that. I think War Machine's going to win that match. Hopefully we'll finally start the disintegration of the New Day, but, we've been saying that for the last, 2 months now? So we got that. So we got pretty much the final stops, even though Friday is taped from Brooklyn, New York, the second taping of that. I don't even know where Raw is tonight, I really don't care. But we got that. Walter and Cody will probably do something tonight. Liv Morgan and Nia Jackson. Don't forget Tiffy Tiff, she's lurking in the background. So we'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot more tonight on your now 2-hour Cure for Insomnia Monday Night Raw. Alright, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, before I get out of here, it is time for yours late and out-of-date NXT Halloween Havoc 2024 review. Alright, so let's get into Halloween Havoc. Last night, from the Giant Center, that wasn't so giant, in the land of chocolate, Hershey, Pennsylvania. You can smell the chocolates right here, pretty much. Well, not so much. Okay, I'm joking. But by the time you get down the turnpike and you get into Hershey, Pennsylvania, you can smell that chocolate. Even before you even get there, when you go to Hershey Park, the amusement park, or where Hershey's chocolate is made, actually, too. You can smell it, and it smells pretty damn good. Anyway, so we got that. So the annual, I'll say, get it out of my mouth, that's what she said. The annual Halloween Havoc 2024 event from the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and our commentary team of the man with one creepy jacket. Oh, he had one creepy jacket on. Vic Joseph, and a man who, well, he doesn't scare that many people, but he's the Kool-Aid man. It's Booker T, sucker! Oh yeah, man! Oh yeah! Okay, calm down. So we got that. So, 5 matches on the card. And oh no, Halloween Havoc I thought was pretty damn good. And Bound for Glory, just on Saturday night, was great, even though if you're a Joe Hendry fan, you're not. But you're not having a great weekend like Joe Hendry is. But we get that. There was a serious injury at the TNA tapings, which happened last night. My boy, Chris Bay, serious injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I didn't see what actually happened. I think he messed up his leg, and you hate to see that. But they wheeled him out on a stretcher. So hopefully he's not seriously hurt, and maybe he'll be out for the rest of the year. Hopefully he comes back for Genesis, which is the next TNA major pay-per-view, but we'll see what happens with that. I don't know, Ace Austin is a man on his own island right now, but we've seen him in singles action, so maybe he can get thrust back into the X Division title scene, go after Speedball Mike Bailey once again. We'll see what happens with that. But my prayers go out to my boy, Chris Bay. And we'll see what happens with when we get all that. But, you know, TNA, the pay-per-view was pretty good. The Hardys are the new tag team champions. Masha Slamovich, the new Knockouts champion, since Jordan Grace lost. You know what that means. She's going up to the NXT main roster. We'll see that. Maybe see it tomorrow night. We'll know. We don't know yet. Also, PCO destroyed Mac fucking Cardona on a bloody as fuck Monsters Ball. Rosemary, my demon assassin, my demon bride, the co-founder of the Prophecy, and that's true, she turned on Wendy. Choo-choo! So see if there's any ramifications coming from that at the tapings and maybe Tuesday night. Because there still is a NXT TNA partnership. Because we did see Brinley Reese on the show, on the pre-show, teaming up with Zaya Brookside, and they lost to Ash by Elegance and Heather Reckless by Elegance. Basically, Dana Brooke and Heather Reckless, basically. I just hate those fucking names. But it is what it is. And, that's pretty much it. Like I said, Joe Hendry got screwed by JBL, and he pretty much got screwed by TNA. So, it feels like Cody, it's like the Cody storyline, basically. Where, eventually, I think at Genesis, finally, Joe Hendry will win the world title. But then again, they could stretch it out even more, and he wins at Slammiversary, but who knows. At this point, who knows, and who cares? I mean, I do care, but if he wins it at Genesis, I'll be glad, but, like, yeah, a little bit too late now. I just hope, Joe Hendry's, reputation and his star power is still through the roof. But we're going to see him at the Royal Rumble. I have a feeling we're going to see him. He's not going to win, obviously, but it'd be nice to see him. But, and another person we might see is Charlotte Flair. Probably by around that time. And Asuka's going to come back. We'll see. Maybe Alexa Bliss. A lot of people might be coming back or debuting at the Royal Rumble. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, let's get into the card. Let's get into all that, because I have to get out of here. Alright, so we start off the show, which I thought was pretty damn good, like I said. We start off the show with, well, one person that might be coming back to NXT, and that's the lovely Gigi Dolan, who, we haven't seen her in a while because she has a leg injury, and also she got married to Zachary Wentz. Oh boy. I hope they're happy, but, Gigi, you better watch your man. Just saying. Anyway, so she opens the video, which is basically focusing on people being different, and she's all in her Halloween gear, looking hot. And then he gets involved in the matches and all that other good stuff. Alright, after that, we go to the arena. The set looks amazing with all Halloween theme pieces. We got the old WCW set with a big pumpkin. I thought that was a nice touch. Mike Rome is dressed as Beetlejuice. I don't know about that, but, you know. Anyway, also had Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal there for just nostalgia, of course. We have that. Speaking of Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal, we get the match number 1, ladies and gentlemen. I'm surprised they started the pay-per-view with this match. For the North American title, we had my cousin. Wait, never mind. Stay there. I'm sorry. My cousin, ladies and gentlemen, Tony D'Angelo, who's a little bit banged up today. Can't come out right now, but he's my legit cousin. Tony D'Angelo, who gets me. You got that later, right? Right. Make sure you heat it up when I come back. Right, okay. Tony D'Angelo, who got me a chicken bomb hero, and I only gotta pay him $2. You want a chicken bomb hero? Go to the store because it's gonna cost you $6.50. I get it for $2 because it's my cousin. Well, I'm Italian too, so I get it cheap. Eat shit. But it is what it is. I'll eat hearty later. But anyway, moving on. Alright, so Tony D'Angelo defends the North American title against the former champion, the man from Wakanda, Oba Femi, in a tables, ladders, and scares match. Oh my. Basically, the original stipulation was you go up the ladder, you pull down the title, you win. But so Tony's like, nah, we're not gonna do that. This is basically a street fight with and you gotta win by pinfall or submission. So it's a little bit different from an actual TLC match. So there you go. Alright, so it starts off with Tony coming out, breaking up the big match intro. Sucks to be you, Mike Rome. They start brawling. We got a big old fight. And Tony takes Oba outside for a spear through the barricade. Baccalo mane! Tony Schiavone under the barricade. Baccalo mane! Anyway. And then Tony D brings out the weapons. We get a ladder being bridged between the ring and the apron, which allowed Oba Femi to hit Tony D in the back. Ouch, with a chair. Excuse me. Then a chokeslam on the chair gives Oba a near fall. Then he puts the chair over Tony D in the corner. Tony D kicks his way out of that. They go to the floor. Oba sends him into the apron. Ow. And then there's a slam on the ladder. I don't know how that got in there, but back inside the ring. And then it's table time. It's time for the table. Oba blasts and where he sends him through said table. And it obliterated. For a near fall. Then he grabs a crowbar. Not that crowbar. He grabs a crowbar, wraps it around Tony D's face. Blows up a power bomb, but somehow Tony D reversed that into a backdrop. Then a spine buster for a near fall. To get back up, Oba throws Tony around again. Tony comes up holding his leg. Uh-oh. And then Oba busts out the zip ties once again, like he did last week, where he zip tied Tony to the, I think it was to the ring post, so Oba can basically destroy Stax Lorenzo and Luca Crucifino, the man who lives downstairs from you. So he did that and zip tied Tony's hand to the bottom turnbuckle, but he had to stop just to beat up. We see Stax come back. We saw Luca Crucifino and Adrian Rizzo. They all came out. The family come out. Rizzo gets stalked on the apron after Oba kind of took care of Luca and Stax once again. Rizzo's in the ring. Oba's stalking her. And I'm like, Rizzo, kick him in the nuts. What are you doing? But she backs away, gets on the apron, and when she grabs the crowbar, and then Oba's like, give me that crowbar! And then I think Rizzo just like fell down, pretty much fell to the floor. Well, not fall to the floor, she just went to the floor. Tony D just like, rips his hand off the turnbuckle. That's what he should have done last week. But anyway, he spears Oba through the bridge ladder. Ow! But Oba gets right back up with a pop-up powerbomb for a near fall. And then Oba looked to finish Tony off, but Rizzo comes back with the crowbar, knocks Oba in the back of the head, and then Luca Crucifino and Stacks hit a assisted shatter machine with the chair. Ow! That was crazy as shit. And then Tony D picks up Oba, spine buster through the table in the corner, and Tony goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, my cousin, yes! Gets the win and retains the North American title in a brutal tables, ladders, and scares match. Oh my. But great match. Tony D retains. I don't know where he goes from here. I think Oba will go into the main event title picture, but we'll see what happens with that. So, 15.5-minute match to start. Great way to open the show. 3.25 out of 5 stars. But I'm happy my cousin retained the title, but he paid for it. And he can tell us himself he is a broken man right now. And he's hurting. So we're gonna let him stay over there, heal up. We'll see him Tuesday night. Hopefully, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to the back, where we have Lexus King, still looking for a corner man for his Heritage Cup match against Mr. Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey. So he's talking to Sarah Schreiber, who kind of looks like Renee Paquette. Anyway, he's like, nobody trusts me in the back. Well, yeah, you burned some bridges in the back, dude. Anyway, Mr. Legal, William Regal, comes in, and he says, "War games!" No, he doesn't say that. He comes in and says, "I knew your father, Brian Pillman Sr., and says, I hope the apple didn't fall far from the tree." And then Mr. Regal's like, "Okay, Lexus, I'll be your corner man." Oh my. So, Mr. Regal is going against, he's going to be in the corner of Lexus King, and he's going to have his son, Mr. Regal Jr., basically, in the other corner with my girl Maddie Winkowski, Miles Bourne, and Tavion Heights. So I guess we're going to see that Tuesday night on the program for the Heritage Cup. I have a feeling that Mr. Regal is going to turn on Mr. Lexus King and, side with his son. But then again, we did see Regal a few months ago make his return to TV, because he's going to be on TV for a while, because of the whole AEW thing. I don't want to even get into that. And then, basically, his son roasted him in the middle of that very ring. So maybe, Papa Regal has a little bit of animosity towards his son. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. So I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to the lovely ladies of Fatal Influence. We have the former woman, Fallon, don't call me Dawn Henley. We have my girl, Jasmine Nix, and also JC Jane. Anyway, they've all decided that Kaylani Jordan will defend her Women's North American title. Now, we know it's Spinner's choice, so they pick a gauntlet match. So basically, a 3-on-1 match in succession. So, one person will start, then the next person, then the next person. There you go. So we get that. So, Kaylani's North American title is in serious jeopardy. But we'll see what happens with that. She can overcome all 3 ladies of Fatal Influence. And we move on with that. Alright, match number 2. More ladies action, more hot chicks. We got the lovely Cora Jade and the NXT Women's Champion, Roxy, taking on 2 hotties. One from Mexico, that's Stephanie Vercor, who kind of dressed up a little bit like Thunder Rosa, but, paying homage to Thunder Rosa, obviously. And the lassie from Japan, that one hot, smoking hot Italian-Japanese chick, Julia. And she looked hot. And anyway, forget that. So, it was a pretty good match. I'm gonna, do I have the time to paraphrase? Yeah, I have enough time. Alright, so it's also with Stephanie cranking on Cora Jade's arm. Julia comes in for a top rope axe handle, circa 1924. And then Roxy eventually comes in, gets caught in a headlock, 1905. Before Julia and Stephanie trade roll-ups for a near fall. Julia then sets up Stephanie's 619 attempt, and she hits that, followed by a double elbow to Cora Jade, and pretty much Stephanie and Julia are whipping the crap out of them. And then Roxy tries a crossface attempt, that don't work, and Julia pulls her into an STF, with Stephanie doing the same on Cora Jade. They eventually get to the ropes, and then Julia hits a missile dropkick on Roxy for a near fall, and then Cora Jade grabs the leg, and they finally take over on Julia and Stephanie for Cora. Running elbow to back, gets a near fall on Julia. Jade grabs the chin lock, so a little bit, they kind of slow the pace a little bit. Get back up, Julia and Roxy both knock each other down. Get the hot tag to Stephanie for Cora. Comes in with a high crossbody, putting Roxy down. And then Cora Jade comes in, gets headbutted into the corner, and then Stephanie hits that sick-looking dragon screw leg whip on Roxy's leg. Ow. And then everything starts breaking down. We get rapid-fire headbutts. Have Cora Jade and Roxy in trouble, but they come back with stereo super kicks. Roxy hits a dive, like a not so great dive, but a dive to the outside, taking both of them out. Cora Jade as a Darby. Hi guys, it's me, Darby. I don't know why Cora Jade tried to do my move, because I do it better than her. But she's not from Seattle. Anyway. So she hits a coffin drop on both of them. I thought that was kind of weird, but whatever. Effective. They get back in the ring. Roxy snaps off a super Hurricane Rana. And Cora Jade flies off the top with a Swanton Bomb for a near fall. Julia comes back in with a wicked spinning power driver. Almost like That's Incredible by Just Incredible. To plant, I think it was Roxy. Followed by running, I think it was from Roxy. Followed by running a sick V-trigger to Cora Jade. And then Roxy superplexes. I forget. Well, there was a superplex on Roxy. And then Stephanie Cora as a huge spinal tap. 1, 2, 3, so Julia and Stephanie get the win, like you knew they would, and it was a good match. Good match, 3 out of 5 stars after that. And then the lights go out. I wonder who's coming out. Well, the lights go out, we get Delta popping up in a skybox all the way up top, and then it starts staring at everybody. And she has like, look. She means business. So we got that. Moving on. Alright. After that, we go to the back. We have Cedric Alexander talking to the young OG, Javon Evans, who's not sure if he should have slapped Ben Frazier last week on NXT TV. Cedric tells him to keep his cool, but we did get a tag team title shot out of that. So, let's celebrate on that. So, Javon's like, works for me. We got the belts. I want the belts. Let's go get it. So, I think Tuesday night, we're going to see Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander take on Fraxium for the NXT tag team belts. They're going to win. I hope so, but we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go into the audience, where we have the ever so popular Dave LaGreca, and, we know this guy. He's from Pennsylvania. Well, he fought in Pennsylvania, in Philly mostly. Bubba Ray Dudley from Busted Open Radio. You can listen to her podcast pretty much almost every day. On Sirius XM. So they're there, they recap and preview the rest of the show. But we get more with them in a little bit. Alright, so after that, match number 3, an ambulance match. Mike Awesome loved this match. Right, Mike? Mike? Yeah, get in here. What? You love the match, right? The ambulance match? I thought it was okay, but, if I was there, I would have beat these guys up and then put them through a freaking table. Because I'm awesome. I'm the master of the ambulance match. Okay, calm down, Mike. Anyway. Alright, so an ambulance match with Mr. Chase, Andre Chase, and Rich Holland. They had an old school Halloween 1 version of the ambulance. I thought that was fucking nice. So we get that. They start brawling in the aisleway. They go right up to the ambulance. Rich pulls out the stretcher. And then there's like some ambulance people that were supposed to drive the car. They're like doing nothing. And then Andre Chase comes back with a fire extinguisher to gain control. And then they take out the stretcher. It's taken to ringside. Mr. Chase gets bounced off it. Ow. Then they go back inside the ring. Ridge snaps off a overhead belly to belly. Then some chair shots. And Mr. Chase was dressed as Freddy Krueger, by the way. With the sweater. Nice touch. This is Halloween, of course. Then they grab kendo sticks, and it's a face-off. Mr. Chase wins better of that. And then he hits the spelling stomps. What's that spell? Chase? Two! Then they fight back to the floor. Mr. Chase counters the Redeemer and hits a DDT on the announce table. Ow. Rich Holland fights back, puts him on the stretcher, but can't get him into the ambulance. And then we see a pumpkin. I don't know if that came from the announce table. I know Ethan Page used that later on in the night. But anyway, we get a pumpkin. But Mr. Chase hits him with the backboard, I think, of the stretcher. And then the pumpkin hits Rich Holland. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, then a flip dive off the ambulance. Puts both men out again. Mr. Chase tries to put Rich Holland into the ambulance. That doesn't work. As Rich Holland fights out of the ambulance, then he hits the Redeemer on the stage. Then he puts Mr. Chase in the ambulance, shuts the door, and that's it. So Rich Holland, once again, beats Mr. Chase in 14.5 minutes. Match was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. So, I just felt like Mr. Chase came back, he wanted to get his revenge. In an ambulance match, well, he got put in an ambulance again. It is what it is. We move on with that. Alright, there we see Ben Frazier training. He was training this past week and then A-Kid Axiom comes in, interrupts him. A-Kid's not happy with Ben going all crazy on NXT over the last few weeks. And they start arguing again. And then Axiom says that Ben Frazier is starting to become condescending. And that's it. So we'll see what happens on tomorrow night on NXT with the tag team titles. And that's it. Alright, then we see the beautiful Ava Raine, dressed up as always. She's all fired up for things that are coming up on NXT in this week and going into November the 6th, that Wednesday night show going head-to-head with AEW in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the ECW Arena. And speaking of the ECW Arena, she makes the first match for that show. It's going to be Lola Vices taking on Jada Parker in a street fight, hardcore match. And the special guest referee is the beautiful Dawn Marie. We haven't seen her in a while. She knows a thing or two about hardcore. But anyway, we move on with that. So that's going to be nice to see some of the old school ECW alums. We'll probably see Bubba Ray Dudley. We'll probably see him there. Maybe Devon. Maybe maybe a certain guy named the Wise Man. My name is Paul Heyman, and there is rumors going around that the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era, the Undertaker, will be there. So they're gonna pull out, Shawn Michaels is pulling out all the stops right now to kind of beat AEW in the ratings. They've been doing it for the past month right now. Barely, I should say. Barely. But we got that. Alright, match number 4 for the Women's North American title. Fatal Influence taking on Kelani Jordan in a gauntlet match. It was alright. So it starts off with Kelani and my girl Jasmine Nix. Wasn't really much. Pretty much 3.5 minutes. Did I say 3.5 minutes? Jasmine, kicked her down, grabs a fisherman suplex for a near fall. She goes for another one, gets blocked. Kelani puts her down, sets up a 450 splash. 1, 2, 3. She eliminates Jasmine. And then JC Jane comes in with a running Hurricanrana, gets sent to the floor. JC misses a charge to the floor. And then Kelani hammers away on her. They get back in. Kelani goes for one of my kind! Then that RVD move. It gets broken up, which allows Jason to hit a cannonball in the tree of woo! Then she has a running knee for an near fall. Kelani comes back, elbows her way out of trouble. A fruit rolled up gives JC Jane a near fall. And then she hits a neck breaker on Kelani. And then picks her up. And then somehow, someway, Kelani Jordan grabs a very quick neck breaker. 1, 2, 3. And, official match time of 8 minutes. So, Kelani has taken out Jasmine Nix and JC Jane. She only got former woman Fallon, Don't Call Me the Don Henley left. So, after JC got eliminated, she drops Kelani in between, drops her right after the match. Fallon Henley comes out for a quick roll-up for a near fall. A spinning suplex out of the corner gives Fallon a near fall. Kelani comes back with a standing leg drop for a near fall. And then she starts kicking away at Fallon, but gets caught with a swinging face plant, of all things, for a near fall. And then, you can't rule out the other girls there, because they finished their match, they're still there. Jasmine Nix caused a distraction, which allowed Fallon Henley to get her knees up after Kelani tried a 450 splash. So, she got that. And then, she finishes off Kelani joining with a Shining Wizard, what kind of looked like a running knee strike, but it looked to me like a Shining Wizard, and goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new women's NXT, women's North American champion in Fallon. Don't Call Me Don Henley. In total match time, make a wish on this one. 14-14. Make a wish, ladies and gentlemen. So, I know I kind of felt that they're going to do something like that. That one of them, if it had to be anybody from Fatal Influence to beat Kelani, it would be Fallon Henley. So she wins her first major title in NXT. She is the new Women's North American Champion. So I'm happy for that. And that's it. So they're all celebrating in the ring. Then the lights go up once again. And once again, Delta is now behind them, and she just buries them. So it looks like Delta is going to go right after that Women's North American title and beat Fallon Henley into death, basically. And I think she's going to become the new Women's North American Champion. I hate doing the hot potato thing, but still. I think Delta will be the first of those 3 women, meaning Julia and Stephanie, to win gold. But I think eventually Julia or Stephanie will win the women's NXT title. But I think Delta will win it first. But then we got that. Moving on. Alright, then we go back into the crowd. We have Bubba Ray Dudley and Dave LaGreca. Continue to talk about what just happened. Oh, before we get to Bubba Ray Dudley, I'm sorry. Tony D, my cousin's all happy with the win. He's in the back. And then Rizzo's like, I know who attacked me, and I'm coming for revenge on Tuesday. Oh, Nikita Lyons, you better watch your back. I know it's Nikita Lyons. It can't be anybody else but her. If you notice, when she got her robe from Oba, It's the little things that you should pick up on when you watch wrestling. It's the little things. The little things, Okay, I'm not gonna sing. Anyway, moving on. How we get that? Alright, then we got a Bubba Ray Dudley, Dave LaGreca in the crowd. They talk about what just happened and the rest of the what's coming up next, which is Ethan Page and Trick Willie for the NXT title in a Devil's Playground match. But then Rich Holland comes out and starts getting in Bubba Ray Dudley's face, and Bubba Ray Dudley's like, hey, you did that once, you did it once, now this is the second time. Says, don't make me kick your ass. So I'm like, yep, I smell a hardcore match or a possible tag team match coming out of this. And I'll talk about the tag team match a little bit, and it might happen at the ECW Arena show, November the 6th. So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, after that, we got Booker T, sucker, on stage showing various places. The main event, actually it was Vic Joseph, not Booker T. I thought it was Booker T, but can't miss that. Anyway, Vic Joseph's on the stage showing where you can pin your opponent in the Devil's Playground match. Of course, it's anything goes, falls count anywhere, blah, blah, blah. So he talks about that, and then Tatum Paxley pops out of a box, scares the living shit out of Vic Joseph, and she says, I want Wendy Choo Choo on Tuesday. Okay, I wonder if Rosemary might be there. So Ava makes the match, and then I didn't even know they were gonna do this, but Tatum spins the wheel and makes the deal, and we got another one of these on Tuesday night, and it's gonna be contested in a casket match. Well, obviously, because of what happened last Tuesday, where Wendy Choo Choo put Tatum Paxley in a equipment box and just rolled her out. So why not? Let's just do a casket match. Why not? So we got that. I think Tatum Paxley's gonna win that match, thanks to Rosemary. So we kind of have like a little bit of it. If Rosemary does show up and Tatum wins, how about a Rosemary-Tatum Paxley union? Kind of like maybe Rosemary and Daphne 2.0. Sign me up. Sign me up for that. We'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, then we go to the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Trick Willie taking on Ethan Page in a Devil's Playground match. This was barbaric. Announcer's table gets cleared off. Trick is bleeding from his mouth, so a little bit of blood. We got that. They fight into the crowd. Both of them hitting each other with various shit. Ethan goes for Ethan Page off the steps. He hits that and through the announcer's table for a near fall on the floor. Medics come out to check on Trick, but Trick's like, fuck you! Get out of here. And then Ethan plants him hard on the steps back inside the ring. Trick avoids a big hit with the steps, but he gets kicked right in the balls to cut his momentum off. And then another one, but this time Ethan Page cuts him off, and then Trick hits the trick shot. 1, 2, 3 to retain the belt in under 16 minutes. There you go. Trick Willie gets the win. 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. And then after the match, Rich Hollins comes in for a beatdown, and then Bubba Ray Dudley comes out, and I'm like, yup, tag team hardcore match, probably a hardcore match, at the ECW Arena. I have a feeling, because Shawn Michaels did invite Bully Ray to NXT tomorrow night, so I think they'll make the announcement tomorrow night for a tag team match, maybe a tables match, in the ECW Arena. Why not? Oh, please bring back Joey Styles for that. Please bring him back. I don't care if it's a one-time thing. Bring Joey Styles back for that show. I don't know if he still has hatred for the WWE. Ever since, that whole, we all remember that shoot promo he did. Just bring him back just for that show. I don't care what the fuck he does after that. But that show, you need Joey Styles. I'm just saying. I need to hear him say, oh my God! But that crowd at the ECW Arena, that bingo hall, is going to be crazy as fuck. Even though they're still New York's bitch. We got that. Alright. thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Official NXT Halloween Havoc review, and my rating is 7.5 out of 10 stars. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave me your thoughts and opinions down below, and that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm out. I'll see you guys a little bit later for Rampage and Collision, but for now, I'm out. Peace, bitches.